Hi there. This is Gary again, and the topic I want to talk to you about today is spiritual surrender. And basically what I want to say about spiritual surrender is like I don't see surrendering as like giving up our power. Um, so I don't see it as giving up power, turning our power over. I see it as spiritual surrender as like a process in life. If you're going along in life and let's say your relationship's not good, or you're not happy with your finances, or you're bored in your job, surrendering to your soul would be like, okay, my best thinking has got me to where I am in my life. This is my best thinking, my the best of me has got me here, and I'm not happy with it. So spiritually surrendering to me would be like going into your body, into your soul, calling on God, and asking for something better. So I just want to talk a little bit about that today and share some of my stories and my experience with surrendering to God. And just to start with that topic, like surrendering to God is I don't see like God as some being in the sky that's overlooking us and ready to punish us or ready to hurt us, and but like a universal love, a love that is in all living things, a consciousness or a spirit that is in every living thing. That I see God as like the creator of this universe, the great mystery, because we don't really know. I don't know what God is. I've never met God. I've never met anyone who talked to God directly, except for Neil Donald Walsh in his book Conversations with God, which is pretty awesome. But but yeah, surrendering to the power that's within us. So for example, not long ago, a lot of my wife and I were having a lot of challenges in our relationship. We were having challenges with struggles financially. We were making a lot of money, but we just overstretched things, and things were getting really challenging. And I don't know if you're in a relationship right now and you're struggling in it, and you don't think there's a way, and you want to stay in that relationship because you're with your kids, because you have kids and you want to just stay together for the sake of them. Um, we had thoughts like that. We had thoughts like we were struggling. It's painful. We stay together for our kids. Do we separate? Like those things go on, and it's kind of embarrassing to admit, but that happens with we hear a lot of people talk about stuff, and we see people at school. We see parents that are separating with young children, and that's kind of sad. So a part of why we wanted to talk about surrendering to soul and why we wanted to get this message out there is because even if you have like I think of like I read the Bible before, and it talked about the faith of a mustard seed. If you have the smallest amount of faith, if you want to make your relationship work and you want to make your relationship thrive, if you're struggling with finances and you have the smallest amount of faith that it can get better, if you can summon up, the energy of your soul, if you can call on God, the power within, and ask the universe for help, the universe will help. Spirits, your spirit guides will come to your aid. You will activate the light within you, will activate the light within other people, within beings, within the spirit within animals, and they will guide you, and you'll be guided to a better life. You just have to ask for it. Now, I think a lot of people just go through relationships or go through, let's say you're struggling financially or you're struggling in a relationship, you might just accept it as like your fate or as your destiny in life. And I really see, like I've seen as I've surrendered to God and as I've admitted that, like, if I was in a job and my job sucked, this job sucks, I want a better job. And like just surrendering to soul would be like asking the universe, like, no, this job sucks. I will do anything. I will work through my pain in this. I will heal my hurts and pains. I will change my job to find a better job because I am the creator of my reality, and I want the best for me. I want the best for my children. So, yeah, surrendering to soul is like first for me, let's say like in our relationship, we were struggling. And it was admitting that there was a struggle. There was admitting that we were hurting, and instead of just like accepting that, we started to pray. We started to ask the universe, like, help us. So we asked for that help, and the neat thing, the awesome thing I found when I've surrendered in the past is you don't know in what form that help's going to come, but if you're sincere and you put your heart into it, you put your feelings into it, just expect an answer and just get out of your mind and what you expect it might be. And surrendering is just accepting the help that comes and knowing and having faith that it works out. I've surrendered to my soul so many times, and I've moved from the East Coast to the West Coast. My life improved dramatically. I didn't know what I was going to do for work, and I surrendered, and I got guided to travel to India and travel to First Nation ceremonies for 7 years, and my life has totally changed, and I've healed along the way. So So what I've learned is when I surrender, it's like it's not giving over my power. It's I've had to heal along the way, like getting into my body. Like it's brought up, I've had to face addictions and overcome addictions. I've talked about that before in a video. Uh, I've had to, work on insecurities and build self-worth and face rejection. Speaking of rejection, had a family member recently basically tell me that talking about spirituality and calling on God and doing this kind of stuff, it's not the Christian way, and that's could be the devil doing its work. Well, I follow my heart. My life has gotten better, and I've got the results to show it. And all love to that person and that relative. But I believe in this, and I've seen the results, and I know you don't have to belong to a religion. And I'm not knocking religion whatsoever, because I know it helps a lot of people. So lots of love to all religious people. But the neat thing about all religions, or most religions, is people pray to God. And you can surrender to God. You can pray to God in your home. I do. I go to the basement every day and get on my knees and like, God, how do you want me to serve today? How can I serve? How can I help today? Yeah. So, and how can I help my financial situation? Because that's a part of our struggle right now. We made a lot of money before we got to this great neighborhood, but something inside told us to shift. So yeah, rambling on a little bit, but I think you get the point. Doesn't matter how bad things are. Doesn't matter what color you are. Doesn't matter what religion you come from. I really think that human beings have the Spirit of God. We all do. Whatever that is to you, whatever God is to you, we all have it in our heart. We are all one on this planet. We are all related, all living things of this earth. We're not separate from the earth. So that's a big part of my message too, is a part of my surrendering is I had to accept that I have this connection to the earth, and I somehow have a part in raising people's awareness or raising people's consciousness that we are of the earth and we have to respect all living things. So that's a part of my message I have to get out there. So yeah, if you have a family. If your finances suck, if your relationships struggling, it can get better. You surrender to your heart. You call on God. You call on the power of this universe to improve things. It can get better. And I don't care who you are or how bad it is, or if you came from a poor family or a rich family, or you think you're condemned. You're not. Sometimes I think I had a lot of challenges growing up. I had a lot of challenges in my adulthood, and what I've realized is it doesn't matter how messed up you are or what kind of a background you come from. If you have faith and you not strive, but if you just work on being better and you heal and you align with your soul and call on your creativity and call on, the powers of the universe to work through you, they work through you and you'll be guided. And you might not know, like I didn't know I'd be doing this. I just felt inspired to do this. Like I had to do this. So this is what I'm doing. So your life can get better. Surrender to soul. It's awesome. Lots of love to you if you're struggling. It can get better. That's all I got. Oh, and yeah, if you have any comments on this, you can comment on Facebook, Petra and Gary MacDougall. We also have a web page, should be down below. My wife's the technical genius in our family, so she does a lot of that stuff, or she's at least working on that stuff. You can contact us through our web page. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.